Efraim Halevy, welcome to 7:30.
I'm glad to be here.
What are Israel's options now against Iran?
Israel has to take a decision how to respond. We have to decide whether we are interested in a large scale response. Do we want to take into our, our lens, not only this element, but also, of course, two other elements. One is the continual development of nuclear military capability by the Iranians, for which Israel is the number one target. And B, of course, we have to take into account the activities of Iran in other areas as well, and which we are the recipient. We are the main target of the Iranian activity in trying to produce a nuclear military device.
So what does that mean about what the right options are for Israel right now?
Iran is a country which we could attack from many aspects, depending on whether we want ultimately to reach a very high level of confrontation. My expectation is that we will not choose the ultimate. That's my expectation. It's not because I have any knowledge, but I think it would be wise for Israel not to go instantaneously to the top of the ladder, but maybe to do something else and give the Iranians one more option of not retaliating back.
What do you think, with all the knowledge that you have, what does Iran want now?
I think depends who you talk to. And I believe from what I've heard that the whole issue has been a matter of contention inside Iran. There's not been unanimity on the action they took yesterday. Of that, I am sure. And there are people in Iran, including a larger and more influential group, who are behind the president who has just been elected with a very, very sizable majority, who wants, amongst other things, to return to negotiations with the international community on joining back the JCPOA, which was the agreement reached several years ago with the international community on the nuclear plans and the nuclear activities of Iran. If that is the wish of the Iranians, not to ultimately shall we say, destroy that option, then of course what I'm saying is not a consideration. But here in this case, I would imagine that whatever we did, depending on what we did, would leave some kind of a space for them to reconsider and to gradually lower the level of confrontation with us.
You said as recently as May that you don't regard Iran as an existential threat to Israel. Do you still hold that view?
Yes, I do.
Why is
Because
that?
I think Israel has a number of capabilities of which I will not speak, and I think that Israel has a capability of protecting the country and the lives of the citizens.
Just a question about what's going to happen in Lebanon. How quickly can the Iranians rebuild Hezbollah after the very significant setbacks they have been dealt in the last few weeks?
I don't think that the to erase Hezbollah is going to be a one-time act. I think we are now have entered Lebanon with a limited force. We're trying to create a large area where the Hezbollah will not be present beyond the Litani River. And I think this is probably one of the intentions we have considering Lebanon. Israel has no territorial interest in taking over Lebanon, and no interest in taking over the area which they will vacate. But I think that probably if the negotiations on Lebanon are renewed, then probably Israel will reactivate the American initiative of and the diplomat called Mr. Hochstein, who has been active in trying to get a understanding between Israel and Lebanon on where the whereabouts of the Hezbollah in the future.
Benjamin Netanyahu appointed you to the position that you held as the head of Mossad. Is he the right person? Can he bring peace to Israel?
It's very difficult for me to answer the question. I've been critical of the way he has handled the affairs of state of Israel in recent years. And I think that he will have to, at one point in time, he will have to reconsider his positions on these issues, because we do not wish to live forever in a state of war. We have now been celebrating 75 years of existence as an independent state, and we have, most of the time, one way or another, we have been at war somewhere in the Middle East. And the fact, though, is that we have been able to create a country which has enormous capabilities in many fields, in science, technology, and many other things. And I think these, and we have now a population of 10 million. We began at 600,000, we're now 10 million. And I think the question of whether we should jeopardize these 10 million, I think is a question which he would have to approach very, very seriously. And if there was a possibility, if there was an option of trying to find an existential coexistence with the powers that are present all with us, I think even he would prefer that if it was a serious effort and a serious possibility and an option in this respect.
Efraim Halevy, thank you very much indeed for giving us some of your time this evening.
Thank you, and all the best to you.